Graham Wiley. Graham has come to us as a YES member and is active in the West Midlands, and he has got himself involved in lots of build-a-plane projects. He's an expert on build-a-plane, which starts from wooden. We got some RAF Charity Trust money, and we've got 6 of these pedal planes which have been built by scout groups, etc. Graham's on that, and he's also on build-a-plane big time. So off you go.
Good afternoon. So, I'm a member of the Royal Aeronautical Society. I'm a volunteer with the George Williams Trust. I'll talk about later. Also a member of the YES Committee. I'm a STEM ambassador, and I've been involved in 5 build-a-plane projects so far.
Sounds on.
The first one started in 2009. In fact, it actually started building in 2011, but the Royal Aeronautical Society started the process in 2009. I'm looking for 6 schools around the country to build aeroplanes. This was a project that was sponsored by Boeing and the Royal Aeronautical Society with the help of the LAA. We got our first kit at Barkle Wood School in 2011 and started building that. And then we won another one from the, I should have mentioned that we're a group of people that are all connected to the Birmingham, Wolverhampton and Cosford branch of the Royal Aeronautical Society. And we actually put 2 schools in for this competition, and we won both. So we ended up with 2 projects to run. The next one in Wolverhampton started in 2012, and this, by coincidence, is where I started my aviation interest. That centre picture there, you can see the playing field of the school. The school is just on the top right-hand corner. In the bottom is the little shack that we had, which used to be the groundsman's place where he kept his lawnmower. Just across the band of trees there, which is a canal, was Penford Airfield. And when I was 10, I started flying model aircraft on that playing field with the school, watching those aircraft going around the circuit and wishing I was up there. Little did I know that 50 years later I'd actually been building an aeroplane there and flying it overhead with the kids on board. Anyway, we started that in 2012. The kids got all of the experience that we were expecting to give them, you know, how to use tools, cut metal, measure, rivet, and all of the other hand skills that are involved in building aeroplanes. A Rand's Coyote. But there were also a lot more skills that came into it. Avionics, we were fortunate to have lots of volunteers from various industries. Wolverhampton, the Royal Aeronautical Society, actually forgot that Wolverhampton is one of the centres of aeronautical expertise in this country. We've got lots of business there with Moog, with what used to be Lucas Aerospace and IMI. And a lot of the volunteers have got that aerospace experience. And we've also got RAF Cosford. And one of our volunteers there was a flight sergeant, avionics. So he also knew a few people that had got the right sort of wiring. And so the aircraft that we built are much higher spec than the general amateur built aircraft, because we've got RAF spec switches and wiring and instruments. I don't know how we got all of those.
You don't do.
It took about 5 years to build each aircraft, and over that time we reckon there were about 80 kids. Because there were several generations. Some started off at 12 or 13. There's a selection on this with the volunteers. And then they left school and some others took over their places. But we got them all back in the end, given them some air experience class. And it was interesting to hear how they thought that this project had helped them. On the picture at the top there, this young lad just threw from the side there, John. That was in 2011 or somewhere around there, receiving their project from Roger Bowen. Sir Roger Bowen, who was the CEO of Bowen at the time. That lad there, John, later on This is him. He came back on the project. If it hadn't been for this project, he wouldn't have become a teacher. He actually went away, got his degree, came back, and became a volunteer with us as a teacher at that school that we were building this area. And we're still at that school. This is the first aircraft we built, Foxtrot Tango, at Telford, and we first flew it in 2015 at Hatley Green. It's now owned by the Georgia Williams Trust, and we base it at Cosford. We still provide air experience flights in that for youth organisations and schools around the area, but we're also going to start flying trainees at Cosford this year. So the station commander is very keen that they get some experience, learn what an aeroplane is like to fly, and we're going to offer these for a very low rate, about £40 an hour, and let them have an opportunity to get on the controls. Then if they're keen enough, they can go on and take some instruction with the VPLs. So looking forward to that. We reckon that's going to keep us pretty busy over the next few months at Cosford. We're also going out to various events around the country, Wings and Wheels events, where we can promote STEM and what we're doing with the Georgia Williams Trust. Georgia Williams was one of the students that started off on the project, and sadly she never got to see the aircraft completed because an awful tragic event happened, and she was murdered by one of the school players. And her parents set this trust fund up to enable other young people like her who've got an adventurous spirit to benefit from. And when the Royal Aeronautical Society put this aeroplane up for sale, they purchased it. And so we've been able to carry on flying it and maintaining it. And it's not just giving something back, which is really where I started from. I thought, I've got some engineering background, I've got some experience of being a pilot, I can give these kids some idea of what it's like. Now, I didn't realise what I'd get out of it. One of the things was display authorisation. Never dreamt that I'd become a display pilot. But the Royal Aeronautical Society said once, well, we'd like to, now you've built this aeroplane, we'd like to display it at the Cosford Air Show. And I thought this was a joke. But in actual fact, I went through the process of getting the display authorisation, and that was my first display in front of 50,000 people at the 2016 Air Show. Then after that, they said, well, we'd like to do Farnborough International Air Show. Little me, no chance. Well, it happened. And so I went through validation and were authorised and did a display at Farnborough. These are the kids from Wolverhampton. Their aeroplane wasn't completed at that time. It was in the Royal Aeronautical Society's chalet over there. But I actually flew in the same airspace as the Red Arrows and the F-35 and A400M and all the rest of it. Being in the pilot's briefing in the morning was quite awesome with all of these top test pilots from around the world, just at the minute. That's the aircraft that we built at Wolverhampton, GUA. First flew in 2017. And all of the kids that have been involved in the project with us all get a chance to fly. And we actually now have a formation of coyotes. The last one that I got involved in was TBLC, which is based at Gloucester. This one was built in Bristol. And the project sort of lost its volunteers, and they asked us to come and help out. So I ended up doing the finishing touches to it and the test flying on that. So I test flew all three of those aircraft. So that's another experience I never thought I'd get to take place. As I said, all of the students that were involved in the project get to fly. This is young Ravi. He's got quite a few issues. Some of the kids, English wasn't their first language. Ravi had got cerebral palsy, he'd got autism. But even though he was petrified of going flying, even though balance wasn't very good, he still had a go. And you can see the look on his face how excited he was when we actually took to the air. It changed people's lives. There's a lot more to it than just learning skills, hand skills. Students have come back after going into university and various jobs and reported back saying, if it wasn't for this project, I probably wouldn't have got this university place or this job, because it gave me a differentiator. As soon as I mentioned I built an aeroplane, the interview just took a different track altogether, and it helped them in these interviews around. Many of them have got university places and their apprenticeships and jobs. One of them at local aerospace in UTC. And the amazing thing about it, that he got this apprenticeship at UTC, and his father said, I've been trying to get into that business for years. My son got in there because of this project. Because he got in there, I got a job as well. So we have 2 generations. As I mentioned, there's a lot more than just hand skills. Industry was saying we're lacking these skills, kids that are coming out of school. And we were able to fill those gaps. So managing their own time, solving problems, knowledge of products and services, handling skills with customers, because we took these kids out to events and they were able to stand up and talk about the project to people that came along and were interested. They did presentations. In fact, one of the young ladies did the commentary at Cosford, and another one did the commentary at Farnborough while I was doing the displays. So they got a great deal of additional skills than the sort of things that I was expecting when we started out. More recently, we've moved on. The Royal Aeronautical Society project has come to an end, so there's no more Boeing sponsorship. But the BMAA are sponsoring several Sky Ranger builds around the country. We got involved in this one because my friends at Cosford said, this project stalled, they've lost their volunteers, we need some help. Do you know anybody? And I said, I know a few people. So now we've got involved in building this with a fantastic school, Aston University Engineering Academy. Again, most of these kids, their first language isn't English. They come from all sorts of different backgrounds. But they're all pulling together and they're a marvellous bunch. And the school is so well organised. They really are an engineering-based academy. They've got lots of tools and equipment. And the discipline's fantastic because they've got CCF, ATC, so these kids go on parade at lunchtime. Many of them are wearing military uniform during the day, and it's good to see, I think. They're so well behaved. The other aircraft, well, we set ourselves up a new charity when the Boeing sponsorship came to an end. We've got this good group of volunteers from the Cosford Royal Aeronautical Society branch, and we wanted to keep going, so we created this charity called STEM High Flyers, and it's all self-funded. And besides doing the Sky Ranger build, we've also started this school project with 3 schools, local schools, with only 12-year-olds this time, which is a bit more challenging because they don't have a very great attention span, and you've really got to focus on what they're doing. But we've got the winged kit for the Sherwood Ranger, and that's our jig, that's what they've built so far. We're just putting the wing ribs together. In parallel, we're also building this pedal plane, as Stuart mentioned. So part of the difficulty is that you've got to be with those kids one-to-one, really, or maybe 2 kids to 1 volunteer. So what are you going to do with the others? We've got 10 at each school. So parallel projects are important, and one of them is this pedal plane's going really well, and they've got very excited about it. So this works. Right, the sound's not working.
Oh, right.
It works! Steer to the left! It works! Steer to the left! Steer left!
That's beautiful.
Joe, lift your legs up!
Joe, lift your legs up. Joe, lift your legs up. Joe, lift your legs up.
It works! I'm so happy!
See him, go, you see him.
Yes!
Got a bit over enthusiasm.
We did it!
And drift. but they were so desperate to test it out, we hadn't quite finished it. And,
Oh, no.
The only person that could be a test pilot was young Joe, because he's the only
Well, it
one
was
still
fun while it
left to visit. So, I said it's self-funding. Somehow we've got to raise the money. We're going out to industry. We're looking for partners. Any donations would be great. We've got our Facebook page, and we can do with IT help as well to do something within the profession. So that's it. Thank you.
When I taught with the display file, I said, watch the time.
That's good, wasn't it?